Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Here's our second game this morning, May 13th. The Detroit Tigers are going to travel into New York to face the Yanks. And let's look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Leading off, playing second, is Jake Wood. Batting second, playing center, is Bill Burton. Batting third, playing right field, is Al Kaline. Batting fourth, cleanup hitter, playing left, is Rocky Calavito. Batting fifth, playing first, is Norm Cash. Batting sixth, playing third, is Steve Burris. And behind the plate, doing the catching and batting seventh, is Dick Brown. Playing short and batting eighth is Fernandez. And on the mound, doing the pitching for the Detroit Tigers, is Phil Reagan. And let's look at our hometown New York Yankees lineup. You got leading off, playing second, is Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing short, is Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right, is Roger Maris. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, playing center, is Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first, is the Moose, Bill Skyrn. And playing left field, everybody's favorite Yogi Berra. Batting seventh, behind the plate, is Johnny Blanchard. Batting eighth, playing third, is Clint Boyer. And on the mound for the New York Yankees is Bob Turley. Batting ninth. Let's get down to Yankee Stadium here, folks. And the first pitch here against Mr. Wood. And right away, Bob starts off with a strikeout. Gets Wood swinging. One down here in the top of the first. Here comes Mr. Burton. 56, and that's going to be a strikeout. Good job, Bob. Two down here in the first. Here comes Al Kaline. He strike the side out. No, he's going to walk. No, it's a pop up to the catcher. Sorry. Pop up to the catcher. Foul territory. And 3 up and 3 down for the Yanks against the Tigers. Here we go to the bottom of the first. Richardson due up, followed by Kubek and then Maris. And here's the pitch to Bobby. And he's going to hit that ball back behind the plate. Dick Brown makes the play. One down here in the bottom of the first. Here comes Tony. And Tony's going to drive that ball in the right field. Turned on it. First base hit of the game. And the Yankees got one on for the M&M brothers now. Here's Roger. And a 35. That's a 40. That ball is hit down to first. And Cash is up with it. He fires down to Fernandez to get the lead runner. That's 2 down now. That puts Maris on at first for Mick. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that ball is going to be hit down to second. And Wood is going to go the easy way to Fernandez for the final out. The Yankees leave 1 on. We go to the top of the second. Calavito, Cash, and Burris due up. Here's the pitch to Calavito. And that's going to be a single over short. They get the lead runner on. Here comes Norm Cash up. Nobody out. And the hit parades is going to keep happening. A single to center. And Calavito is going to stop at second. As Mick gets that ball back in. We got first and second, back-to-back singles. Here's the pitch to Burris. 56, and he strikes out, Steve, for the first out here in the second inning. Comes Mr. Brown. 64, and he strikes out Dick. Brown for the second out. Back-to-back strikeouts by Bob. That sends up old Chico Fernandez. And that ball's going to be hit down the third. Bob's going to fire over. Clint Boyer's going to fire over to Bobby for the final out. So Yanks get out of a little bit of a jam with nobody scoring. So we go to the bottom of the second. Still nothing. Here's Moose. And he drives that ball into right field for a single. Moose is aboard. Leadoff runner on for the Yanks. Here comes Yogi with a runner on first. Nobody out. And that ball is going to be popped up to short. Fernandez has got it for the first out of the inning. One down here for Johnny Blanchard. Here's Johnny. And Johnny hits a deep drive to right field. That ball is back. Al Kaline turns around and watches that go over the 306 fence out there in right field. Home run, Johnny Blanchard. And the Yanks are up 2-0. Here comes Mr. Boyer up. Nobody on, one out. And he hits that ball down the short. Fernandez is up with it. Fires over to Cash. Second out of the inning. Here comes Mr. Turley. What's Bob hitting? 143 on the year. 64, and they strike out Bob. The inning. But the Yanks scored 2 on the big home run by Johnny Blanchard. And we go to the top of the third. 2-0 Yankees. We got Reagan, Wood, and Burton due up. Here's the pitch to Reagan. And they strike out, Phil. One down here in the third. Brings the top of the order up. Jake Wood. And that ball is hit down the third. Boyer's up with it. Fires over the bill for the second out of the inning. Here comes Mr. Burton. And he gets a hold of this pitch by Bob. And he drives it in the right center for a double. So Bill's on at second with 2 outs for Al Kaline. Got to be careful here. 34, and that's going to be a fly out the center. Mick's got that out there in Death Valley. So the Tigers strand one at second. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Yanks. We got the top of the order due up Richardson, Kubek, and Maris. And Bobby hits that ball down to Burris at third. He fires over to Cash. One down. Here comes Mr. Kubek. And that is going to be an error on Burton out there in center field. Don't want to do that with this Yankee lineup. Give them extra outs. And now you got the M&M boys due up. Here's Maris with Kubek on at first. 62, and he strikes out Roger. 2 down here in the third. Can Mick do something, keep this inning going? 23, and he strikes out the Mick. He walks Kubek to come back and strike out the M&M boys. Pretty impressive. As we go to the top of the fourth, still 2-0 Yankees. You got Calavito, Cash, and Burris due up for the Tigers. And that ball is deep, and that ball is back, 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 back. Roger watches it go over the right field fence. And the Tigers are on the board 1-0 with Rocky's home run. Here's Norm Cash. Now nobody out here in the fourth. And that ball is hit down the Boyer, and he bobbles it. An error by Boyer. That's very unusual. And again, same thing with this lineup. You don't want to be giving these Tigers extra outs. Here's Steve Burris up. And he's going to make them pay here. That's a single to center. And Cash will stop at second. Nobody out here in the fourth. First and second now for Brown. Yankees looking to turn two. And they get what they need. That ball's hit back to Bob. Bob fires down the Tony at second. He fires over the Bill at first. Your 1-6-3 double play. Cash will head down the third, but there's 2 outs now. Here's Fernandez up. And Fernandez squares this up. He gets a hold of this pitch from Bob. And he drives that ball into right field. And Cash trots in easy. And this game is tied up, folks. Got a runner on second. 2 outs now for Reagan. Can Bob get out of this inning still tied up? And that ball is hit down to second on a line drive. Bobby had him played perfect. 3 outs. But the Tigers come back and score 2. One on the Cash, one on the Colavito home run, and then Cash scored on this double. So it's 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. You got Scowen, Bear, and Blanchard due up. And Moose hits that ball down the short. Fernandez is up with it. That's the first out of the fourth inning. Here comes Yogi. And he walks Yogi. Yogi trots on down the first. Brings up Johnny. He's already homered today. Can he go back-to-back at bats with a home run? Not quite. That ball is hit to deep right, but Kalon barely has room out there. That's 2 down. Almost had it. Needed to pull that ball just a little more down the line. Here comes Boyer with 2 outs with Yogi on at first. And he drives that ball into center field, and Yogi will trot on down the third. 2 outs now. That'll bring up Bob Turley. Can he help his own cause and drive in Yogi from third? And the answer is no. Bob goes down swinging. The Tigers get out of that inning with nobody scoring. So we go to the top of the fifth, still 2-2. And you got the top of the lineup, Ward, K-Line, and Calavito due up against Bob. And that ball squared up by Wood. And that ball is back. That ball is deep. And that ball is over the right field fence for a home run. And the Tigers take the lead 3-2. That'll get the bullpen stirring out there. Bill Burton's due up now. And he hits that ball to Mick out there in Death Valley in center field. Mick's got it around the monuments. 1 down. Here's Al K-Line. And he does the same thing. Hits that ball out to Mick. Mick runs it down for the second out of the inning. Here comes Rocky. He's already homered today. And he walks Colavito. Pitch to him carefully. Here comes Norm Cash, though. Not an easy out. And that ball is hit back to the mound. No, it's not. That's a strikeout. He gets old Norm Cash on a strikeout, folks. But the Tigers, with that home run by Wood, take the lead. It's 3-0. Top of the order due up for the Yankees here against Reagan, Richardson, Quebec, and Maris. And Bobby flies out to Rocky out and left. One down. See what Quebec can do here. And he gets a single in the right field, drives that ball hard. Gets on for the M&M boys. Maris is up now with a runner on first. And that ball is deep. That ball is back. These balls are flying out of Yankee Stadium. That ball is hit the other way in the left field. Roger goes with the pitch. Hits that over the left field fence for a 2-run homer, and the Yanks take the lead. It's 4-3, the good guys. That brings up Mick. One out, nobody on. And Mick drives that ball down the right field line. Not deep enough, though. Al Kaline makes the put out. 2 down. Here comes Moose. And Moose hits the ball down the short. Fernandez is up with it. He fires over the Cash for the 3rd out of the inning to end this 5th. But the Yankees scored 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Maris to take the lead. Here comes Boris. Brown and Fernandez see if Bob can make it through this 6th inning here. And that ball's hit down to Quebec. He fires over the bill at first. 1 down. Here comes Mr. Brown. And that ball's hit down the 3rd. Boyer's up with it. He fires over the bill, no problem this time. And that brings up Fernandez. And that ball's hit the left field. Yogi's got room out there. 3 up and 3 down for Bob. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 4-3 Yankees. We got Bear, Blanchard, and Boyer due up. And that ball is popped up to the shortstop. Fernandez makes the play. 1 down. Get Yogi. Here's Johnny Blanchard now. And they walk Johnny. Johnny trots on down the 1st after hitting that home run. They're pitching careful to him. Here's Boyer up now. Can he keep this going? 34. And that's going to be a pop up to short. Fernandez has got it. 2 down. And I think that's going to be it for Bob. Let's see who we're going to bring in here to pitch hit. Got most of the lefties already in the lineup. Matter of fact, the Yankees don't have a lefty on the bench. We'll bring in old Jack Reed to pitch hit. Let's have Mr. Reed pitch hit here for Bob. There's Jack. All righty, here's the pitch to Jack. 2 out and a runner on first. That runner's Johnny Blanchard. And that ball's hit back up to back to the pitcher. He'll take the easy way to first for the sure out. And that ends the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. And we'll bring in old Tex. We're going to bring in Tex. Let's see who. Let's bring in Coates. We're going to bring in the Coates. Jim Coates is going to come in the pitch. And they'll have a pitch hitter for Reagan. There's Jim. Alrighty, let's see who they're going to pitch hit here for Phil. Looks like they're going to bring Maxwell out to pitch hit. There's Charlie. Charlie coming out the bat. He's going to be taking on Coates here to start the 7th inning. And here we go with the pitch to Maxwell. And he pops that ball up behind the plate. Blanchard's got plenty of room back here in Yankee Stadium. And that's the first out here in the 7th. That brings the top of the order up now, Jake Wood. And that ball is hit to the left field. And Yogi's got that for the 2nd out. 2 down here for Mr. Burton. And that ball's hit back to the pitcher. No problem. He fires over the first. Sorry, that's unassisted. That he takes that ball by himself. That's an unassisted to the pitcher. And we make it to the 7th inning stretch. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Tigers. See who they haven't used here. Let's see. You got Richardson, Quebec. They got a lefty in the bullpen to come in. No, they don't have a single lefty in the bullpen at all. Yeah, they do. Aguirre. But he's their main stopper. Or do we bring him in now? I say we bring him in now. We bring Hank in now. When was the last time Hank pitched? Yeah, we're bringing Hank in. Alrighty. Got all the lefties coming up here. You got Quebec, Maris, and switch Mick around to the right. Hey, how's it going, Hunter? Oh, the tomatoes are doing good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I have to be planting them out in the yard soon. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that ball is hit down the 3rd. Boris up with it. Fires over the 1st. For the 1st out here in the 7th. 1 down. Here comes Quebec. 34. That's going to be a fly out to Burton in center. 2 quick outs here for the Yankees in the 7th. Here comes Roger. And he hits that ball to left field, and Colavito's got room out there. 3 up and 3 down for the Yanks. So we make our way to the 8th inning. You got Calavito and Cash do up the heart of the lineup to face Coates. And he walks him. Not what you want to do here. with a 1-run lead. Here comes Rocky now. And he walks Rock. Geez, you Pete's. The wheels are starting to fall off the cart here for Coates. First and second, nobody out. They go out to talk to him, get the bullpen up. Luis is getting up now. Here we go, the pitch to Cash. 64, and he walks the bases loaded. So that'll be it for Coates. Luis will come in, sure. Old Jim walks the bases loaded. Crazy. All right, the Yanks got to bring the infield in. Don't want to give up that tying run. Here's the pitch to Boris. 35. And guess what? He just walked in the tying run. Oh my gosh. What the hell's going on? All right, infield still win. This game's tied up now, folks. 4 apiece. A 35. That's a 38. Batters out, but runners advance. So we got second and third now with 2-1 down. Again, the infield still in. The Yankees are now trailing 5-4. Here's Fernandez. And a 25. That's a double play, just what the doctor ordered. That was a line drive hit to second. And they double burst off. The Yankees get out of the inning with only 2 runs scoring, but the Tigers take the lead. We got Mick, Bill, Scourin, and Barrett due up to make some hay here in the 8th. See what happens. They got to make something happen here in the 8th, I would think. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's a fly out to center field. 1 down. Here comes Moose. And Moose drives that ball into left field for a stand-up double. In the right field, rather. So we got a runner in scoring position for Yogi. Here we go. Can Yogi drive Moose in and tie this game up? And he sure does. He puts that ball into left field and Moose chugs around and scores. This game is tied up, folks. 5 apiece. Yogi on it first. Here's Johnny. And that ball is back. Back. He takes that ball over the left field fence, and the Yanks take the lead, folks, on Johnny Blanchard's second home run of the game. And it is now 7-5. Yankees. Sure. Here comes Boyer up now with nobody on. And that ball's hit down the left field deep, but not deep enough. Rocky makes the play. That's 2 outs. And we're going to leave Luis bat here. so he can finish this game out. And he blows. Sure, poor Aguirre, he's having a heck of a problem. Hank is. He just gives up a double over center field to Luis. How about that? Runner on second, still 2 outs. Sure. When they're making contact, they're hitting the ball hard. That brings up Richardson with a runner on second. And he walks Bobby. The wheels are falling off the cart now for the Tigers. Sure. Here comes Quebec first and second. McGuire's due up first. They're trying to get him out of this innings. Let's see what happens here. And he walks Quebec to bring up Roger. Sure. Say they don't have no left-handed pitcher in the bullpen, so they're going to let him pitch to Roger with the bases juiced and 2 outs. And that ball is hit deep to center field, but that's Death Valley, folks. And that is the 3rd out. But the Yanks score 3 and take the lead 7-5 as we go to the top of the 9th. We'll have a pitch hitter and then the top of the order due up. He's going to pitch hit for Aguirre. Morton will come in and pitch hit. There's Morton. All righty. Yanks leading 7-5 here in the top of the 9th. Can they close this out? Here's Morton. And a 30. That's a fly out to Yogi and left. 1 down. All important first out. Here comes Jake Wood now. And that ball's hit down the short. Quebec's up with it. Fires over the Moose for the 2nd out of the inning. And here comes Burton. Tigers are down to their last out. And that ball is hit in the left field for a single. And Burton's going to take off on the 2nd pitch. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike. Take off on the 1st pitch. That's 1 strike on K-line. He steals 2nd. So we got a runner in scoring position, but that run really don't mean nothing. You got to concentrate on K-line here. And a 63. That's a fly out the center field. Mick's got a little bit of room out there around the monuments. And that'll end the game, folks. 7-5 Yankees. What a heck of a game. Let's take a look here at the box score. Timely hitting for sure. Great day for the Yankees. Blanchard with the hot bat grabbed the win, led the offense with the Yankees with 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 home runs, and 4 RBIs. Nice job by Mr. Johnny Blanchard. The line score here is 5 runs on 8 hits and an error. Yankees 7 runs on 10 hits and an error. Like I say, Colavito was 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Nice job by him. He did his best to keep him in the game with the home run. Him and Wood. Like I say, and you got Blanchard going 2 for 3 with the 4 RBIs. Maris with the home run driving in 2. Let's take a look at the pitchers here. REGAN, like I say, 6 innings, 4 runs, 2 bases on balls, 4 strikeouts, but the 2 home runs, and then the big home run there against Aguirre to make this game a 7-5 ball game. Bob didn't pitch bad. 7 hits, only 2 earned runs, 1 unearned. Gave up those 2 home runs though. Not a bad game. Alrighty, let's do some fast play here in the American League. Let's go to Chicago as the Athletics of Kansas City go take on the White Sox. And we got a Athletics win. 9 runs on 12 hits and an error. White Sox 7 runs, 10 hits and 2 errors. Now the Baltimore Orioles travel to Cleveland to take on the Indians. And the Indians win. The Orioles 3 runs on 7 hits and an error. The Indians 4 runs on 10 hits and an error. We got the Angels traveling to Minnesota, take on the Twins. And the Twins blast them, shut out the Angels. No runs, 6 hits and an error. And the Twins 5 runs, 11 hits and 2 errors. Here's the last American League game on the 13th. You got the Red Sox traveling to D.C. to take on the Senators. And the Senators win. The Red Sox 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. And the Senators 6 runs, 11 hits and 1 error. Let's take a look at the standings here, folks, after May 13th. And the Yankees find themselves leading the American League now, a half a game over the Angels. The Indians are 2 games back. The Tigers fall to 3 games back. Red Sox are 4 games back. White Sox 4.5. The Twins 5.5. The Orioles 6 games back. Kansas City 9 games back, and the Senators 10.5 games back, folks. I want to thank Hunter for stopping by here at Yankee Stadium. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and on your way out, hit that bell and the like button, and leave any comments. Let me know what you think of this game and this 1961 replay. Until next time, y'all take care. Have a great day.